tips or advice for our viewers today?
Yeah. So, thanks, Carol and Sarah. Like, you guys are just the plethora of information and just knowledge in this space as well. But, one of the things for proactive employer measures, just the things that top of mind for me, timely reporting of claims, right? Cisco, it's very important to us to turn these claims in as soon as we know about them, so we can get, our colleagues at Cisco the care that they need. Whether that be incentives to turn these claims in on time, or we'll go back to the carrot or the stick. Both can be effective as long as you're consistent with it. But timely reporting of claims. Another piece, being proactive as an employer at Cisco, return to work programs, right? Let's cut the time that people are off work. Let's get them back to work. Let's accommodate them where available. And we know that even if they're on restricted duty, but everybody knows that once you're back in the office, even on a job that's not your job and it's restricted, you have still some restrictions. Everybody knows the data tells you that, the outcomes are better. They're around their coworkers. They get positive peer pressure. Hey, like, heal up. We want you back on the floor. Alignment, another proactive thing that we're doing at Cisco is just alignment internally within the departments that always touch the different aspects of a claim and or risk management, right? That's our risk team, our safety team internally, our legal team when it comes to litigated liability, and then that alignment as well with our external partners, Aon, our broker for insurance programs, Corvell, our TPA, right? We're all one big team that aligns all of our specialties to make the best outcome for our employees. And then, just this is more, and just the last piece I would say being proactive is just having that focus being on kind of a well-being focus for our employee, right? We've really started looking at the ergonomics of some of the job functions within our warehouses, right? So people are lifting better. We're having physical therapists, come out and teach people how to lift and do stretching before their shift, so their muscles are good, so they're not having these back strains. Sarah and Carol talked about it, mental health, right? We're really starting to delve into that because it's real, but it's hard to identify, but we're very cognizant of that. And then peer support, right? And that just, the peer support, we look at that as that's our supervisors and my internal claims team really communicating with the employee, as well as the Corvell TPA team, right? Trying to communicate with the employee so they know what's going on at every step of the way, so we can get them back to work, right? Our motto at Cisco really right now is, we want them to go home the same way they came to work, right? We want them, they came to work uninjured, we want them to go back home uninjured. And, things happen, but let's get them taken care of and back to work.
You've been watching a sneak peek of Improving Workers' Comp Outcomes for Employers, Employees, and the Industry. Click on the link in the description to watch the full webinar.